Hey, 7-Minute Sales Minute community, this is Scott, and you spoke and we listened. You said you wanted more bite-sized and actionable ideas, so we've got something for you.
Hey everybody, it's John, and we want to first off thank you for listening and enjoy these 2-minute sessions where Scott and I provide you quick tools, best practices, and ways to take immediate action to grow your business and your pipeline and your sales. Have a great day. Hey, Fish. Good morning.
What's going on, Johnny?
Not much. Just want to talk about social media today for our loyal listeners and the importance of auditing your social. Why don't you, we were talking about it, and I know you have a lot to say on it. So what are your thoughts on auditing social?
Well, I'll tell you, John, the one thing I will say is recently I got rid of Facebook. I don't know why. It just was, actually I do know why. It was taking up time and it wasn't really bringing a lot of value to me. I know some people do derive a lot of value from it, but to me it was just a distraction. So I did get rid of it. But if you are on Facebook, the first thing I would do to audit my social, if you haven't, is make sure you don't have pictures from college when you're doing dumb shit out there or things that you don't want your prospects to see or your clients to see. Make sure you get rid of that stuff. That's first thing. But also at this time of year, it's good to we talked about pruning your database with our last tip here. And it's good to just prune your socials. We've all had that person on LinkedIn that's hit us up and you're like, I don't know who this is. And then next thing you know, they're trying to sell you something like as soon as you accept them as a contact. And sometimes we forget to delete those or block those. And there's a lot of people in my LinkedIn database that frankly, I've never done business with and I wouldn't know if I should refer them for something. So a good rule of thumb is if you can't refer someone or give them some sort of testimonial, maybe it's time you get rid of your socials a little bit. Make sure you take them out or get to know them. If they're in your network, why wouldn't you actually get to know them, right?
Well said. And I'll say one thing too. One of the things I do, I actually use Facebook a lot, but one of the things I do in Facebook.
You said doo-doo.
But one of the things I do is I don't unfriend people per se, but I will unfollow people.
Yes.
So I don't necessarily have to see what's in their feed because sometimes people just irritate me in some of the stuff that they post, and I don't want to see it. Yeah, I want them in my network because they still sometimes will send me business or engage in stuff. But I don't want to see what they're doing. So maybe that's selfish, but I think we all have those people.
Absolutely. And that's actually what prompted me to drop Facebook was I, at one point, was unfollowing so many people that I think I followed you and one other person that we know who has a podcast down in North Carolina. And that was it.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I was like, well, if I'm just following John, I could just call him.
That's true. Well, and at the end of the day, I think the overall tip is what we're saying is pay attention to your social media on a consistent basis. Always be auditing it. Always be looking at it. Always be, taking it to the next level and make it a tool that is useful and effective for you and your life.
Yeah, and use it. At the end of the day, when you're looking at those contacts, and I'm big on LinkedIn, so I'll mention it again, but when you have someone on LinkedIn that you're like, how do I even know this person? Send them a message and be like, how do I know you? How can I help you? How can you help me? How can we work together? But if you can't and they don't respond, why are they in your network to begin with?
Yeah. Amen.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks,
Have a great
everybody.
day. Well, John, I'm not sure if that was 2 minutes, but it was great. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for listening, and put these into action so you can focus on your sales growth and enjoy your business. Take care.